Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review that was requested for the Estee Lauder Invisible Fluid Makeup. And this is what it looks like. It came out fairly recently. I purchased mine through Nordstrom's. I am the color 2WN1. It can be a tad bit light for me. But I think 3 is just going to be way too dark. So I might go into the store when I'm done with this bottle and just see what the next color up is, like see how that works. It might be summertime. I might need a darker shade, something like that. I do have it on right now. I will say that I absolutely love the finish of it. It is a light feeling foundation. Okay, don't confuse that though with a light coverage. It's a light feeling foundation. You don't feel it on your skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. It is medium coverage. It is buildable, meaning you can put some on, and then if you have some spots that you need to correct, you can add a little bit more in those areas. I have a sunspot here on my cheek that I add a little bit extra there every time, even with concealer and things like that. I add a little bit extra. It just gives me that little bit of boost of a little bit more coverage from the foundation, which is really nice. This is not going to be a full coverage foundation. This is not going to be something that's like you don't see anything. You still see, you know, freckles. You can still see your skin, which is the key part. And it just really melts into your skin nicely. The finish of it to me is almost a satin. It doesn't have a whole lot of sheen to it. It's not real shiny. It doesn't have a dewy effect or anything like that. It's matte with just a slight sheen to it. Almost on the verge of satin, but not quite that far. The closest thing that everyone seems to be asking me about as far as this product is Chanel Vitalumere Aqua, which I own that as well. This is what it looks like. Oops, that one's almost empty, so it's upside down. In that one, I am color B30 beige. Oh, let me go back real quick. The Estee Lauder too, by the way, has a very good staying power. I find that even in the heat, it's been really hot lately. I've been able to wear it all day without touch-ups, which is a really key thing for me. Now, I do wear Mercier Minerals over my foundations because I want that little bit of extra satin finish and staying power, but this just truly does stay very well. Now, to compare it to the Chanel Vitalumere Aqua. Now, keep in mind, there are 2 different Chanel Vitalumeres. This one is the one I'm talking about. A very similar container now that I'm looking at them. It's kind of funny. Very similar container. Chanel has an SPF of 15. The Estee Lauder does not say. Both of them, by the way, have shaker balls and need to be shaken very well before you apply them. Chanel says to apply theirs with their fingertips. I would say these are a very similar product. So if you have Chanel Vitalumere Aqua, this is the closest thing I've seen. I'm sure the Estee Lauder is probably a little bit less expensive than the Chanel. So if you like the Chanel but don't want to spend the money on it, that's a really great option. They are just very close in finish. I feel the Chanel has not quite as much coverage, just a slight bit less coverage. So that might be something to take into account. But people did ask me if I liked it as much as my Chanel, and I do. They're very similar for me. They have, I can interchange them very easily without thinking twice about it. And either one would work for me for the same purpose, would give me the same type of results and can be applied in the same ways. Now, Chanel says to apply theirs with their fingertips. Estee Lauder doesn't specify, but I have tried it with my fingertips. Works similar. I'm not a fan of applying foundations with my fingertips. I use one of 3 things when I apply my foundations, by the way, and these are all dirty right now because I use them. Well, I used 2 of them today, one for minerals, one for liquid. And again, these brushes are interchangeable for different things. The first one is the Coastal Scents 518 brush, which actually isn't made anymore, but I am trying to find a dupe for it. I have heard that they have one, so we'll see. But this is the one I use today. I use this, you can see in my Face of the Month videos, I use this brush with tons of foundations. I have also used it with this Sephora Professional Mineral Powder Brush, number 45. This I used with my minerals today, but I have used this as well with both of these liquid foundations, and it works great. It is a phenomenal brush for those. And then the other thing I use, I didn't use this today, so it's all shrunk up because it's dry, is my Beauty Blender brush. And Beauty Blender sponge. And it does work with both of these foundations as well. It's just more of a hassle for me to go dampen it and then use it and all of that. And honestly, I like it with the brushes just as much, if not more. They're a little bit easier for me. I will say that one of the key things is neither of these items, you don't need much product. You need one little squirt, like a tiny little bit. You do not need much of this product unless you're trying to build it up to a higher coverage. It looks like it's going to be thin. It looks like you're going to need way more product. You don't. It really does go a long way. So this bottle should last for quite some time, but I'm really enjoying this foundation. My face of the month for May, June 2012 has this foundation in it and how I apply it and just how the color looks on my skin if you're interested in seeing. And I definitely think that this is a great foundation. It's easy to get your hands on too. Around me, I can go to any Macy's and they all have Estee Lauder, whereas Chanel, I have to go to Nordstrom's or I have to order it online or things like that can be a little bit difficult. I had just ordered it on Nordstrom's because I was ordering other things at the time and wanted to give it a try. So that is my review on the Estee Lauder Invisible Fluid Makeup. This is what it looks like. Again, the only thing that I wish, and it may have this, is I just don't know. I'll have to look it up, but I wish it had an SPF, so especially for summertime. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. Let me know if you have any additional questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great one. Bye.